The kid next to me peeked into my backpack and screamed that I had drugs. I had a Ziploc of white powder in there, but it was molding powder from science class. We just made dinosaur fossils with it. The jar said alginate fossil molding compound in big letters across the front, and I scooped a baggie of leftovers because I figured a shelf of skulls would look sick in my room. Mrs. Keller dumped my whole bag onto her desk and the baggie tumbled out. She stumbled back, clutching her chest. Get security, now! This little criminal has cocaine in my class. The intercom crackled and the lockdown alarm blared through the building. Red lights started flashing in the hallway. Lockdown, this is not a drill. Two security guards burst through the door and grabbed my arms. Mrs. Keller pointed at me with a shaking finger. Take that little addict away. They dragged me down the hall as kids pressed against classroom windows watching. They threw me into Principal Escobar's office. He put the baggie under his desk lamp. Where did you get this? I got it in science class. He leaned forward. From a teacher? Be very careful what you say next. Officer Bell, the school cop, was in the room. He licked his finger, dabbed the powder, and sniffed. His eyes went wide and he stumbled back, grinning. 15 years on the job, son. That's cocaine. This is the good stuff. Colombian. Principal Escobar scrambled for his phone, knocked over his coffee, and dialed with shaking hands. Mrs. King, your son was caught dealing. 5 minutes later, my mom burst through the door and froze. She took one look at the baggie and her knees buckled. No. My son can't be following in his father's footsteps. No! I grabbed her hand. Mom, believe me, I'm not like Dad. Just read what it says. But her eyes wouldn't focus on the letters. She slid down the wall and sat on the floor, sobbing. Mr. Hendricks burst through the door in his lab apron with white handprints, out of breath. One of my students just told me what happened. He set the class jar on the desk next to my baggie. He pulled my hardened dinosaur skull from his apron pocket and put it down too. He made this in my class 47 minutes ago. He turned to the principal. And you signed the purchase order for the alginate powder last August. Principal Escobar threw both hands up. That's false. And you expect me to read every order that crosses my desk? Mr. Hendricks looked at Mrs. Keller. You teach math. The label is 4 words, in English. My mom pushed off the floor, ran across the room, and pulled me into the tightest hug of my life. I'm so happy you're not following in your father's footsteps. Mr. Hendricks grabbed my baggie off the desk and put it in my hand. Let's get back to class. Principal Escobar stammered out an apology as we walked past him. I didn't look at him. Next week was the volcano lab. I labeled my baking soda baggie, baking soda, not cocaine, in case there was any confusion.